Hello, I'm Michelle Williams, and I will be presenting to you the benefits of being a good listener as a manager and leader. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. It makes sense, right? Well, many leaders who are good listeners are more effective to inspire professional development and overall performance. Leaders who listen create trustworthy relationships that are transparent and breed loyalty. Be aware of your body language, your facial expressions, the mood of the person whom is presenting information to you, and their natural behaviors or habits. It's important as managers and leaders to boost our emotional intelligence, to be aware of whom the message is coming from, not judgmental, but aware and accommodating and open to receive that message. While some people may be impressed with how well you speak, the right people will be impressed with how well you listen. Great leaders are great listeners. It's not possible to be a great leader without being a great communicator. The purpose of communication isn't to just deliver a message, it is to engage, hence the shortage of good leaders. People in general tend to like to hear themselves speak. The biggest mistake made by managers, because of their position of control and power, is that they dominate the conversation. They interrupt people and complete their sentences. They ignore what people have to say and rush into their own points. They override the arguments of others because they can. They have the power to do so. But every time you do that and you fail to use listening skills and withhold your close attention from another person when they are talking, you make them feel valueless and unimportant. One way that as a manager that you can facilitate a good feeling amongst those whom you are managing is active listening. 5 categories that create active responses are paraphrasing. When somebody's speaking to you, give it back to them in their own words to show that you understand what they're saying, and what they're saying matters. Mirror the speaker's feelings. Identify how they're feeling and what you think you hear them feeling. Ask them if you're correct. Assumption and gray area only leads to miscommunication, errors. State your own feelings. This works especially when you're angry. Ask for information or clarification. It shows that you paid attention to what's being presented to you when you ask what they mean by something. Instead of just assuming that you understand, assumption more than often leads to a disrupted workplace. Make it clear you're listening. Make eye contact with the person. Don't do unrelated paperwork or tasks while they're speaking. Avoid body language that suggests that you're just not present and you're ready to leave, such as looking at your watch or at the door or sighing. We all know what we can do to make somebody feel uncomfortable and to get to the point. And this just is it. People need to be validated. They need to feel like they're heard. When you do that, you really undermine them. And it's not constructive and will only result in misunderstanding and them not respecting you as a source of authority or as a source of information or as a leader. When we really listen to another person, their point of view, and reflect back to them that understanding, it's like giving them that, and reflect back to them that your understanding, it's like giving them emotional oxygen. That's what we need to be good communicators, good leaders,